time today. Ew. Just need to make a wipe before y'all try to come for me. Excuse me. Story time I'm doing today is how I got my butt whooped. Or my ass whooped by a temporarily paralyzed person. Why am I dressed up for this story time? I don't know. I was trying to do something with my hair and I can't figure out what to do with it. It's just... But I was feeling sassy. I was feeling real Miami, you know. I'm going down there in October and I was like, I'm feeling real, you know. Red lip, red shirt, yellow earrings. Just real, you know, Miami, saucy. That's not a word. The Latino was going to come for me. Is it salsa-ish vibe? That's my vibe right now. I could dress in all black because that's how I felt in this particular moment when I was getting my butt whooped. So I have to give fake names. What do you call fake names? I'm about to Google it because I'm having a slow moment. And Elias. Anyway, I'm having an off day. I'm having an off moment. No matter how much bronzer I throw on my face, every time I wear a red lip, I just look real, just ghostly. But as you can see, like, my neck's dark, but it matches, sort of, whatever. So the year had to be like 2005, 2004. It's one of those. I had to be about 12 because I think this was the year before we moved off my old block. Like my old. We've moved a couple of times. So my first block, if you don't know, grew up in Detroit. Still in Detroit. From Detroit. Born and raised. West Side. Joy Road area is where I'm from, right? So it's a street called Fourier. It's right there. They're off there between, this is Joy Road and Greenfield. So I had just come back from a long summer vacay. It wasn't that long. It felt like forever. My grandma got sick. So they sent us down there. They sent us up there to Maryland, whatever. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I enjoyed it because I didn't. That's a whole other story time. And when I came back, because I'm giving you all the backstory for one. So when I came back from this 2-3 week trip from Maryland with my sister, I was like 12. Yeah, I was like 12. So came back from hell, because that's what it was hell. And I had a friend, I'm gonna call her Oakwood, because she was named after some wood. Like, their names are very similar. The names I'm gonna like say or give them are hella close to their real names. So I had a friend named Oakwood. She lived right next door to my house. She's my next door neighbor. She was my best friend. At this time, I wanted to be friends so bad. My uncle used to be like, don't let nobody walk all over you. Don't let Oakwood walk all over you. She ain't nobody. With me, being young Bree, it's like, I gotta kiss her behind. I need friends. I need friends. And it was so sad the way I let her treat me. And I just kept running back. Like, I used to let her play with my toys. I had a lot of Barbies. I had a lot of brats. I had all the new. Like, everybody would come to my porch. I whip out my dollhouse, you know. The dollhouse that costs money. The one you press the button and it like you press the phone button and it's like dialing. That dollhouse, you know, you flip it It had different compartments. It was cold. And I just let them use me for it. I was just like, bring all my dolls out. My dolls will get dirty. Their dolls wouldn't. But I just wanted friends. So Oakwood, I guess in this 3-week period, a new girl moved on the corner of that street. I'm going to call her... I'm about to call her real name. I'm going to call her Hennessy, because she is named after some liquor. So, Hennessy moved on the corner, which is like 2 houses down from Mahogany. Which is about 3 houses down from me, because Mahogany lived right next door to me. So, I come back. I'm super excited. I'm like, I get to see my best friend. We're going to party. We're going to have so much fun this summer. For the rest of the summer, the little bit of summer I got left anyway. It's going to be cool. I knew the vibe was off. And I can tell you exactly what I wore that day when I came outside. I had on some dusty jeans. Because I've always been big. So I couldn't wear like... And we was big. I was big and I was poor. So I had on some dusty jeans. But they wasn't too dusty. They were just old little rundown jeans. I had on a green top. Regular green tee. I had my hair in braids because they braided my hair down when I was in Maryland. No weave, just braided my hair straight back. At that time, swoops wasn't in like that. So I had like these Meek Mill braids, whatever. Come outside, Oakwood is talking to some girl. And I remember, she had this really pretty dark skin, right? And the new girl that she was talking to, Hennessy, she was like around my complexion, probably a tad bit lighter, right? She had the new apple bottom jeans on. She had the baby fat. She was it. I was like, oh my gosh, like this girl got it. Because Oakwood, she wasn't into a lot of fashion or whatever. So, I mean, we were 12. We were like 11 and 12. Who was into fashion? Nobody. We was just playing. Like, all we did was play. But Hennessy, she had all the new outfits. She was mom. I was like, all right. She moved down the street with her mom and 2 of her sisters. And one of her sisters always did her hair. Sister was a little slutty, but I'm going to leave that alone. So, she had her hair done. I got these just fresh out of jail braids. Like, they fuzzy because I done been to a whole other state. I done traveled on a plane with them. Blase, blase. So, I come down there. I go down there to meet Oakwood. Because she on the corner with Hennessy. And she's like, oh, Breezy, what's up? This is Hennessy. And she just moved here and this and that. And Hennessy, I think she was playing with a toy. I think she was playing with a toy car, like a remote control car. She was like, oh, hi. And she kind of like looked me up and down like, who is she? Like, she ain't nobody. I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. So fast forward. We've been throwing shots at each other for like months or whatever. Months. So fast forward. We was never cool. Oakwood was always the middle person. And Hennessy and Oakwood, it was like a circle, a group of friends. And inside that group was another group. So it was like, they tried to Michelle me. Wow. Oakwood and Hennessy thought they was Beyonce and Calandria. Kelly. But like, I just accepted it because I wanted friends. I was so like shy at the time. And I lost my mom. My sister was too young to be my friend. My sister's 5 years younger than me. So my grandma, she just came back from a stroke. She was still getting used to things, whatever. So it's like, I need a friend. Me being gullible, let people use me. They weren't never my friends for real. Oakwood, somewhat, and I do follow her on social media. We did get in touch on social media. But now I look back at it, I'd be like, I should have just beat their ass. I should have just fought. I should have just fought. Like, this right now, Bree, compared to, like, kid Bree, is completely different. But fast forward, Hennessy had a cousin that lived down the street named, I was about to say her real name. I'm going to call her Jade, because her name do start with Jade. I want it to be like super close. They gonna probably watch this and be like, dang, that's how you feel? Yes, that's how I feel. Oakwood probably gonna watch it and be like, yeah, yes, that's what you did me bold. But Jade, she was east side, like bottom of the barrel, dusty, and she had to be like 16. And she couldn't afford the real stuff like Hennessy had, so she would go buy like baby fat, knockoff baby fat from the beauty supply around the corner, flip flops. Like she would have on the dingy white tops with pearls and stuff on them. And she didn't have no hair, so she would always have a clip-on ponytail, and like her hair be gelled in like this trash bag, and then this trash bag ponytail, her real ponytail, had a clip-on ponytail on it, but you could tell she ain't had no hair to form the ponytail, and then she'd have a bandana that was usually like dingy from jail or whatever, but she could fight. So we was like, all right. So that was Hennessy's cousin, and they was cool for a minute until Hennessy decides she wants to jump her big behind off the porch. So she jumped off the porch, off her porch, because she was down there flirting with some boy. I think it might have been Oakwood's brother or whatever. But she jumped off the porch and she ended up spraining or fracturing or breaking. Something happened to the point she needed a cast on her foot, right? So I guess at that time, her and Jade weren't getting along. So Jade, she would ride her bike down there. She stopped coming. So my uncle was like, I don't want you on that corner. I don't want you messing with that family on the corner. They ratchet. You want to be down there. You want to associate yourself with them. They ghetto. Me, being gullible Bree, was like, I need friends. So I would sneak down there before my uncle could come check on us. Because he didn't live there. He would just come every day because, my grandma, she had just had a stroke. So he would come almost every day or every other day. And he had a blue neon. And we always knew it was him because the front of the car had like a black, like the bumper was black, it wasn't blue. So we would see that neon, we'd be like, dang, we gotta go. So I'm sneaking down there almost every other day, going in their house. I ain't never been, first of all, I didn't even like Hennessy like that to be going in her house at all. But I'm like, nah, I need friends. And Mahogany, she would sneak down there, so I would sneak down there with her. Well, she would just go down there. I would sneak down there. Ooh. Oakwood. I meant to say Oakwood. Oakwood would just go down there, and I would sneak with Oakwood to go down the street, whatever, and we'll go in her house. Hennessy would be like, oh, I gotta go to the restroom. I'm helping her out of bed. She limping. She got her crutches, whatever. Blase. This happened for like a good week. And then she got cool back with her cousin Jade. Once she got cool back with her cousin Jade, all hell broke loose. So, I don't know how it started. I think I was down there, whatever. And Jade said something slick at the mouth. I was a punk, but sometimes I would have enough courage to be like, all right, I'm going to talk with you. Let's go. So we talking back and forth, arguing, I guess. And all of a sudden, Hennessy just like, don't talk to my cousin like that. And she popped off so heavy. And I was just like, I decided today is the day I'm going to defend myself. Why would I defend myself after all of this? I don't know. Why would I choose that day? I don't know. So, Oakwood's brother I'm gonna say his name is Devontae. I gotta keep up with all these names because I just said Oakwood real name, but I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Not that I care. I might just leave it in there. I'm gonna call him Devontae. His name actually did start with a D. He was like, okay, he's starting stuff. He's like, okay, that's fine. You know, he's egging it on. And Hennessy had just got, y'all remember the Nubian knots? Like, you would get Nubian knots to the ponytail. So it'd be like these little balls. They look like little testicles or whatever. Like little swirly testicles. Like this ponytail. She had just got it done with the swoops. Because she stayed with swoops. Like the deep, like, beeswax. Your hair is hard. Okay, it says your hair is... I'm ashy. Your hair is hard. Beeswax swoops. So I'm like, alright, cool. So she decides she hops down off the porch. Well, limps down off the porch. And I had accidentally stepped on her toe while I was in the cast. I'm like, okay. That's fine. I'll figure it out. I'm just going to defend myself, whatever. She says, and I quote, "Step on my toe one more time and see what's going to happen." And Devontae, I would say Darion, whatever, I just made this boy name up. He was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it." So we in each other's faces, and instead of me stepping on her toe again in her cast and swinging, I stepped on it and stood there. Before you know it, my face went left. Like, the punch was so hard, some like spit came out my mouth. Like, she was getting me. I was getting beat up by a temporarily handicapped woman. Well, girl at the time. Like, and her sisters came outside, and all I could do was grab them Nubian knots. So I'm grabbing the Nubian knots. They didn't unravel. Her sister stopped the fight. Like, hey, hold on. I just did her hair. Did she not retwist this girl's Nubian knots? She retwisted her Nubian knots in the middle of our fight. And was like, okay, go back in there. And I got beat up. I got beat up to the point me and Oakwood friendship was like, I don't want to be a friend no more. I'm about to move anyway. You choosing Hennessy over me, and I knew you longer. I got beat up. I don't even remember getting a hit in. If I did, I don't even remember. I remember she just hit me so hard. I was just like, dang. The spit is flying out of my mouth. I'm getting beat up. And she beat me up, and she was like, I was like bagging back. And she was walking forward, like limping forward with her boot. Like, she didn't even have the crutches no more. She just was limping forward with the boot. I'm in the corner of my original hood getting beat up by a temporarily handicapped person. It don't get no worse than that. Like, that's the worst beat down I ever got in my life. I was so upset. I went home. I cried about it. I didn't come outside for like a good week. And when I did, everybody was acting different. Oakwood was acting different. They started like trying to throw pears, because Oakwood had a pear tree in her backyard at my house. So all you heard was do. Like, pears hitting the window. My grandma was like, yeah, these ain't your friends. These ain't your friends. Jade came down there, because my sister always was selling wolf tickets. Jade came down there and was like, your sister, the little girl, she always selling stuff. She always want to act hard when you in front of her. And my grandma was like, I'm from Asheville, North Carolina, baby. I am. And after that, when we moved, I said goodbye to everybody. I hugged everybody. But looking back on it, after I got my butt beat for real, I hated them girls. And they hated me, apparently, because nobody stopped Hennessy from beating my behind, running up on me with her cast. The ghetto. It gets no ghettoer. It gets no worse. No worse. It gets no better. I can't even speak. Like, it gets no better. But yes, thank y'all for watching my story time. Please subscribe. Go ahead and press that like button. And I'll get back to y'all at a later time. At a later time. Like I'm leaving a voicemail. I'll get back with y'all later with another video. On a chalk. It fell across.